Hey everybody, and welcome back to The Buff Life. Thanks so much for tuning in. So I just watched the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett and Jordyn Woods. Now, if you're not familiar with who Jordyn Woods is the person that supposedly that Khloe Kardashian's man Tristan, supposedly he cheated on, I guess, Khloe with Jordyn at a party. Now, it's never been explained like what happened. So Jordyn's on the Red Table Talk, and it just so happens that Jordyn Woods is actually like family with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. So they've known her entire life, and her father, who used to be, I guess, a sound person on, he did like the sound editing and recording for the Fresh Prince. So Jada and him they had a relationship. So they all knew each other and were like family. So they've known Jordyn since the moment she was born. So apparently Jada has invited Jordyn Woods on the Red Table Talk to talk about what she's being accused of. Now, before I saw the Red Table Talk, I was reading this headline on Facebook that was like, Khloe Kardashian says Jordyn Woods is the reason why her and Tristan aren't together, and she's a homewrecker. Come on. Now, I have a lot of comments about this, so let me get right into it. First of all, this man has cheated on you with multiple women. Not in your eyes, just Jordyn Woods. Secondly, you can't take all your anger and frustration out on this person. Your man is the one who made that commitment to you, not Jordyn Woods. First of all, let's get that straight. Even if she did or did not do it, her commitment level, it was not in a relationship with you, it was with him. And it really bothers me when women start blaming the other woman for the reason. No, the other woman's not the reason. The person you were with is the reason that they're cheated. Their mentality and what they feel and how they react, that's all based upon that person, not the woman. So don't get mad at her. Get mad at who you really need to get mad with. So during the Red Table Talk, Jordyn explained that nothing happened between them. She said basically, they were at a club. Everybody was at a club. They were doing their basic Hollywood thing, drinking, having a good time. And the usual thing after the club closes, people go back to other people's houses and continue to party. Everybody knows this. Even I know this. I'm not in Hollywood. We all know this. So there was a group of girls that she was with, and they were all like, we're going to go to a house afterwards. So they were leaving. Tristan was like, oh, hey, you guys going? I'm going. That's my house. And she was like, oh, even better. I know him, so I will feel comfortable there. So she goes. They're all sitting in the room drinking. Now, the way that they were seated was, I guess there was a sofa, a chair, a sofa, or whatever. And when she got there, it wasn't a lot of seating room. There, they have like the arms of the chair. And this happens, and I've done it myself. So she walked in, and she sat on the arm of the chair. She had her legs kind of like draped down, kind of like at the bottom of his feet. Now, that is not uncommon for people that know each other, especially if it's like a sisterly, brotherly type thing. But just in general, at a party, you're all kind of crunched into certain situations at times. So they all sat there the whole night having a good time, laughing, drinking, talking to each other as usual. They never left the public eye, and they partied. And she said before she knew it, she looked up, it's like, oh, it's daylight. Let me take myself home. So as she was leaving and walking out the door, she said, when she was walking the door, the thing that happened that really got very critical was the fact that Tristan kissed her. And when she said when it happened, it kind of shocked her, but she was just like, she said, I gotta go. And she left. And she was like telling herself, that didn't just happen. Am I tripping? So she didn't really want to feed into it, because she already knew that he had been the controversy basically between him and Khloe. So she got in her car with her driver's out and left. Now, then it was reported back to Khloe that Jordyn was there giving him a lap dance in his crotch, and she was like, I didn't do anything of the sort. She said, I lied originally when I told them that I didn't tell Khloe about him reaching out to kiss me, because I didn't really want to stir up the pot what was already going on with him and her already. So, and me trying to save her feelings and not saying anything, I just like, forget about it. It was nothing. Just act like it didn't happen. That was her way. And a lot of people do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've done that before with someone. I have a friend that I have had for years, and her husband would make passes at me all the time. And I never told her anything about it, and she might actually be watching this video. But I never told her, and I stopped going around her because he was there. And I did not like the fact that he was winking at me and blowing kisses at me when she wasn't looking. And it made me very uncomfortable. And it just pushed me further away. And I didn't even tell her at one point. I was out at getting gas in my car one day, and I was at a gas station, and he happened to be at the same gas station. And he saw me, and he was flirting with me then. And it really bothered me, because when I'm your friend, I'm your friend. I don't care what your man is doing. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just your friend. So it really bothered me, and it pushed me further away from her, because I just didn't want to be around in that circle. I didn't want anybody to assume anything, because I didn't want anything to do with him. I don't want, this is my friend. So I stayed away from that situation. This happened in Florida. So I do understand how you don't want to stir the pot and hurt somebody else's feelings. But her problem with the whole story was, and Jordyn's problem is that she should have just came out and said, hey, listen, I was at the party, I didn't see him with any of the girls, but when I was leaving, he reached out and kissed me. What's that all about? She could have said that, but she didn't, because she felt like she just didn't want to hurt Khloe any further. So now, when she's in the red tape, I believe everything she said, and let me tell you why. She has no real reason. She has no real reason to sit there and make up anything else. She said, I'll take a lie detector test or whatever they want me to take, whatever makes Khloe feel more comfortable. Like, they've been friends for years. I guess Jaden, Khloe, and Jordyn they kind of grew up at the same time, and they were all friends. And that's how Jordyn met Kylie, because Jordyn was introduced to Kylie by Jaden. So it was kind of one of those situations. So in hearing what this girl has to say, I personally don't even blame her for anything. To me, it's like you should have a problem with Tristan. Khloe should have a problem with Tristan, not Jordyn. And the fact that you now want to humiliate this girl and say that she's a homewrecker when she's done nothing wrong, you need to talk about your husband. That's the homewrecker. That's the one who's messed up your home. And let's face it, Khloe, you didn't even have a home to begin with. This is a man that you slept with, had a baby with, and he did you just like he did every other woman out there that he's been with. He left him, and he even has another child. So I'm not really sure what family you thought you had with a man that was already cheating on you with other women. And let me just say this much. If he reached out to try and kiss her and she left, you know her for a while. That's somebody that knows your family. That means he has no boundaries to where he will go. So stop blaming Jordyn Woods and blame who it is that did it to you. There's really something that irks my spirit when I see women do that. They want to blame the other woman. No, blame your man. Your man is a grown man. He can make his own decisions on whether or not he's going to be faithful or not. And if he decides that he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. There's nothing you can do or say that's going to stop him. He has to be that person that stands up and say, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to be good. I'm going to treat this person fairly. But if he has it in his heart to do that, that's what he's going to do. You can't just blame him. Blame her. You got to blame who it comes from. That's like me blaming the lamp for the floor. It doesn't make sense, right? So I know she's probably hurting over all this, but you have to grow up and realize something. You accepted this man back after he cheated on you multiple times. Did you really think he was going to stop? Because you have to think about this on a bigger scale. Here you are, you're a public figure, and he's a public figure. And he knows anything he does in the public eye out there, they're going to scrutinize over it. It's going to eventually get back to you. So is it that he just doesn't care? Or this is just who he is? He's not ready to settle down. He needs to mature more and do what he wants to do before he can actually offer anybody a faithful relationship. So don't get mad at this girl. Get mad at who you should get mad at. And allow this girl to go on her life. But what bothers me is that people are threatening this girl's life for what? Over the Kardashians? Are you crazy? Really? This family don't do nothing for you. They don't pay your bills and they don't do anything for you. You can get mad over the Kardashians and threaten somebody's life? Really? That shows me your mental instability if you want to do something like that. You don't need to be threatening nobody over the Kardashian family. You act like the Kardashians are paying bills and doing all this for you. They are a reality star TV show. That's all they are, a reality TV show that I don't even watch personally. So I don't care. I don't really care about what their issues are. But the fact that you now want to persecute a woman and say that she wrecked your family when your dude Tristan, he's the one that wrecked your family? Come on, let's be real. So anyway, with all that being said, that's what happened on the Red Table Talk. Basically, she told her story about how she didn't do anything at all, and when she did accept the responsibility of it, she said, I probably shouldn't have went. Which is, she probably wouldn't, she shouldn't have went. But she thought of him as like, oh, I already know him, cool. It's a comfortable place. We know each other already. No problem. And that's something that you probably would think if you had a few drinks. You're like, okay, you know what? That's a comfortable place. I know this person. I know them well, and they're not, it's comfortable, safe, no one's going to bother me because that person knows me. We cool. You don't go there expecting anything other than that. And then if they reach out and do that to you at the end, I mean, her action is what I would consider to be normal. She didn't want to hurt Khloe, so she didn't say anything to Khloe about what he did. I mean, that's trying to protect Khloe, but sometimes when we try to protect other people, we're really hurting them, and that's something we got to think about. So I would think again on something like that. She did accept responsibility for going there, and she was like, "But I didn't do anything. I did not do anything, and I would never do anything with somebody that I love." She said, "I love Khloe. I love Kylie and all of them that are like my family, and I wouldn't do that to them." And I believe her. So I think that people should stop harassing this girl. She said, talked about how her mom couldn't go to the grocery store, her sister couldn't go to school, her brother couldn't go to work. Death threats? That is crazy. You got some psychotic people out there that are threatening people. That for what reason? What does the Kardashians do for you that you feel like you need to threaten somebody's life over? I don't know do they do something secretly for these people that I don't know about? Because I don't understand it. You don't go and threaten nobody's life over some reality star people that on TV that you don't have anything to do with you. You think they gonna pay your bills or something? I mean, like, what are they doing for you? They have to be. That's just crazy. It's so far-fetched that I just can't even fathom it. I couldn't even think of a reason. But that's what they're doing to her. They're threatening her, this girl, and telling her that her father should have died. Don't ever say that to somebody. That is crazy to say. Wow. So, anyway, that's the 411 on what's going on in the Red Table Talk with Jordyn Woods and what's going on with the whole Khloe Kardashian, Tristan scandal. And really, if you're not interested in any of that stuff, I don't blame you. It can get a little far-fetched. But I enjoy the Red Table Talk. I like the talks that Jada Pinkett Smith has. And so this is just one of the subjects that I've covered before. So I'm covering it again today. And I watched it and I'm like, yeah, this girl didn't do anything. And there's no real reason for her to be going through all this torment. But thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to give you guys the 411 on there, my opinion on what I thought. Please be sure and watch the Red Table Talk. You can watch it right now on Facebook. It is a show that's on there. And make sure you click my subscribe button and also hit the alert button so that you know when I get my next videos out. Thanks so much for watching Thanks so much for watching the Buff Life. The Buff Life. Well, maybe I am bluffing. I don't know. Thanks so much for watching the Buff Life, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.